When you watch too much romance anime, you think most of them end on a sad note. This is why I brought 10 romance animes with happy endings a few weeks ago. And since you guys loved it, I decided to bring another 10 anime where the couples end off with smiles and happy confessions. Now I tried to include a lot of anime that isn't properly discussed, so I hope you all will love it. Without wait, here we go. Starting off our list, we have Kimi ni Todeki. Appearances can be deceiving. The person you may look like may be completely different from the person you're pretending to be. This is the case with Sawaka Kuronuma, who is nicknamed Sadako, and thought to have an angry and evil personality. But in truth, Sawako is innocent and has a desperate urge to make friends, as well as to get close to Kazuhaya, the cheerful popular boy of the school. She plans to do this during the test of courage. And during that test, she not only plans to befriend Kazuhaya, but also to make some new friends as well. Little does she know how much change her plans would bring to the lives of her new friends. Kimi ni Todeki has a unique premise, and by not surviving on the usual tropes the genre has established, this anime manages to stand unique and special. Coming up at number 9, we have Snow White with the red hair. You don't find the 7 dwarfs or the evil stepmother here, but you'll get some evil princesses along the way. The story follows Shirayuki, an apothecary living in a peaceful village. But when the evil Prince Raji sets his eyes upon her, he almost forces her to become his concubine. Shirayuki escapes, but is found by Zen, another prince of a neighboring country. Now, to repay the debt, she decides to work as a court herbalist in the new court. The threat of Raji seems to have not passed away so easily. With Snow White with the red hair, you get a nice fairy tale resembling a love story. Plus, with a combination of minor policies and morally dubious characters, you'll get a story that you'll definitely be able to binge watch. Next up, we have Wolf Girl and the Black Prince. Here comes another tale of appearances gone wrong. Honestly, stop judging anime characters based on their appearance. In Wolf Girl and the Black Prince, we have Erika Shinohara, who have friends who have boyfriends. Afraid that she'll be ignored by her clique, she takes a random photo with a stranger and claims that she has a boyfriend as well. But as it turns out, this random stranger is the most popular boy in the school, and not a person with a very kind heart. When he gets to know about this, he agrees to protect Erika's secret, only under one condition. She should become his wolf girl. Erika learns that this boy is no prince, and rather a more cruel and cold-hearted cynic who loves to play dirty pranks on her. At times, this anime is a comedy, and other times, it's just Erika trying to understand her black prince. It has the good girl, bad boy tropes, so if you are a fan of that, plus a happy ending, then give this show a watch.
Arigato, Kaizaki-kun. Arigato ne, Kaizaki-kun.
Coming up at number 7 is ReLife. No, before you say it, this is not connected to ReZero, but it does have some supernaturalism mixed into its backstory though. Following the scenario of The Matrix, 27-year-old Arata Kaizaki is given a mysterious pill, claiming it could change his life. Well, it does change his life by transforming him into a 17-year-old. Soon he realizes this is part of a science experiment, and he is one of its main subjects. Now he needs to attend a school as a transfer student. Not that hard, right? I mean, the guy in truth is 27 years old, but he can barely keep up with his studies. And things also change when he meets Chizuru. No, not that Chizuru. A rather silent girl who lacks social skills. And along comes the comedic and bizarre adventures of Arata's high school. And without a doubt, you're going to enjoy it. Landing next on our list of romance anime with happy endings is Tada Never Falls in Love. Now, I brought this in my Popular Girl Falls for Unpopular Boy video as well, but I'm seriously starting to love this show, and I cannot recommend it enough. This one's main character is Mitsuyoshi Tada. He one day assists a lost foreigner named Teresa, and soon they realize they visit the same school. Tada is also a good photographer and has some painful past memories. The anime follows his relationship with his friends, and how he and Teresa get together as a couple. It's one of those unique romance animes that develops its romance slowly, and then begins to show how much true love can withstand fate. But don't worry, it's all smiles at the end. Otherwise, I wouldn't be including it on the list. And hey, this time our girl is actually a foreigner instead of a Japanese girl. But on the other hand, this anime still happens in high school. I mean, what other place to develop romance than in a high school, right?
元彼とか？
そんなんじゃないですよ。
あ、なるみ。今度の夏コミは参加すんの？
Okay, I take back my previous statement, because next up we have romance in the workplace. And wotakoi, love is hard for an otaku. Enough about high school, because this time, we have adults. But sometimes being an adult sucks, because you'll need to hide your otaku nature from your coworkers. Such is the case of Narumi Momose. She is a hard otaku, but doesn't want to reveal it to the others. Things take a drastic turn when she meets an old high school friend named Hirotaka Nifuji. Now, Narumi's entire life is at stake, up until Hirotaka proposes to her. Narumi had broken up with her previous boyfriend because of her otaku nature, so when another otaku proposes to her, she immediately agrees. Then we follow their bizarre romance. If you're familiar with anime like Monthly Girls Nazaki-kun, then this romance would definitely feel familiar. Not because it's similar, but it does have the same feel of comedic tension to it. If you need laughs plus a happy ending, then this anime is for you.
かけらの一つに。
Let's move on to anime that doesn't focus entirely on romance, but also fits our niche with Gosick. Okay, I mentioned this video is about romance anime, and Gosick belongs to the romance genre as well, but dwells more on the mystery and history of the setting. The romance of the two main characters is slowly developed over time, and only in the final arc, the two begin to realize their love for each other. It follows the romance between a foreigner named Kazuyu Kujo and a girl named Victorique de Blois. The former is a student, and the latter is a student plus detective. Sort of like lolly Sherlock Holmes who actually smokes a pipe. Gosick has slow pacing to its romance, but it's without a doubt one of the best. It also discusses the theme of war and freedom. Plus, Victorique has a tragic past that always comes to haunt her. If you need something with the feels, but has a happy ending, then this is the anime for you.
何？
お前が
私が何？
Landing on number 3, we have Seikano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. Now, you must have seen plenty of isekai anime, but have you noticed the actual process of developing a game? Well, not exactly a game, but this time it's a visual novel. Seikano tells the story of 5 high schoolers who try to make a visual novel. Based on a girl named Megumi Kato, the head of the team, the nerdy Tomoya soon begins to understand the values of Megumi more than just the game's idol. Similar to anime like Gosick, it adopts the romance slowly, and at times it's even a harem, with all the girls falling in for the main character. Another time it's a comedy that parodies all the usual tropes in romance anime. But the final movie, without a doubt, is one of the best romance animes I've ever watched. Not only is it a happy ending, but it also does the romance so well that the ending will make you feel nostalgic.
あの日以来、僕たちが喋ることはなかった。お互いに意識はしてたけど。
The anime to take our number 2 spot is Tsuki Gakiri. Alright, those who watch this anime might say the ending was anticlimactic, and the real happy ending was shown during the end credits. But it's a happy ending nevertheless. It starts off when inspiring writer Kotaro Azumi and track team member Akane Mizuno end up in the same class. Now these two are much different from the other couples, as the romance takes some time to evolve and develop. At first, it's just innocent looks and hidden desires, but the two of them soon find their love for each other. But love doesn't come without its challenges, and the anime follows the struggles of them as they try to complete their final high school year. It's a great anime that is at times cute, at times melancholic, and other times brimming with subtle comedy. If you haven't watched it, then let me tell you, you're missing a lot.
愛しているよ。
Finally, taking the number 1 spot on our romance anime with happy endings is Ituzaro na Kiss, or Itakis for short. This is another shoujo anime, as the romance might not be for everyone. but it is definitely one of the best I've watched. This follows Kotoko Aihara, who was forced to share a roof with the school's, and possibly Japan's, smartest student, Naoki Iri. Kotoko has had a crush on Naoki for some time, but things were a little messed up after her love letter. Now that they are living in the same house, Kotoko finds a better chance to confess to Naoki, but there will still seem to be some challenges, such as a quirky mother and several peculiar friends. Itakis will grip your heart with its comedy and romance, and even though it's for a female audience, the romance can be enjoyed by anyone. It does follow some usual tropes, but in the end, what matters more than the couple getting a good ending? So, did you pick some 10 anime that has happy endings? The first video really had good reception, and I love how you all included names of your favorite anime in the comments. So don't forget to do the same for this one. As usual, romance anime recommendations like this will be coming every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to stay tuned. That's it for today, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.